More streaming. Let's do it. So today I'm going to be trying to fix this. Something wrong loading the page. I want to make it so that there's like a nice little loading bar when you're waiting on a really big board to render. Some of our boards are now taking 70 seconds, which is crazy. But so we want a little loading stuff. It's not as easy as it sounds because we report the progress. It looks awesome. So we're going to do a little bit of that, get that working. It's going to require a lot of work, and it's why this page won't load. I got some PRs to review. Let's see, we got one from Anch. Let's see what we got here. Login. Alias for TSCI auth login. Login command action. I feel like you should just say what it does. Just copy the description. Login to TS Circuit registry. What up, Anch? How's it going? I feel like saying something is an alias when somebody does the health. When somebody does help, you know, they're going to do -- help, then they're going to see it's an alias, and then it's going to be like, okay, that wasn't very helpful. You also need to add logout, I think. Also log out. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second. Dude, you slapped this right in the... Look at the pattern in CLI/main.ts. Come on, Anch. Look at the pattern in that file. You wrecked this file. I almost didn't notice that. Look, this file is a bunch of register commands. And then this command is the only command that has its whole thing drawn out. You might be able to modify the register auth. Might be able to put it inside of here, actually. You can probably put it inside of the register auth. Give me merge commands. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. You got to earn it. You got to get that code owner. Give me merge commands. You'll get it eventually. You need a much higher... You're getting better every week, but you need a much higher, like, your PR is good. Also, something I pay a lot of attention to is, does somebody actually own it? Like, for example, like, if you really owned this one, if you were empathizing with the customer, you would have also added logout, right? Because you would have thought, oh, if there's a login, there's a logout too, right? So it's like people who take the requirements beyond, because then when they're reviewing PRs and merging for other people, they're going to take it beyond. So, yeah. Look, I run a hard shop here, you know, but it's gonna make you a better dev. See in maintenance tracker, what? Just look at it. 75. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. I don't like these little outages. It's kind of weird, but we're getting closer. Unless I sabotage it. I'm just kidding. Not my intent. You need to get an average of 0.5 reviews received. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. Like, it has to be, and like, you know, nothing makes me happier than when somebody implements something where I learn something, you know, where like, it kind of surprises me in some way, in a good way. This doesn't make sense. Reviews received 2, approvals received 1, rejections 3. That doesn't make sense. What's going on with that number? How is this possible? Hi. Rejections received. Oh, that's PRs he's rejected. This should be rejection sent. Approvals sent. rejections, sent. I can't believe I'm still arguing about this. I've been complaining about this for like a month, that these things are unclear. Names should never confuse people. I don't have anybody to blame at. I'm kind of like gesticulating into the wind. Yo, what up, Rashab? All right, so we'll file that rename title columns to make it more clear. It's not a very good issue title, but anyway, yeah, if we look at ratios, this week there's not enough data, but let's look at some ratios for a previous week. Let's see, what is this week? 108. So 59 to 18. I don't know if this double counts, so that's definitely an issue. But I mean, we can even see PRs merged. So yeah, there's probably one double count in there, probably a double approval. But yeah, 59 to 17. So 59 over 17 is 3.4 reviews per PR. That's crazy. That's crazy. You gotta keep in mind, whenever I'm reviewing, I could be just doing like the work, right? And so if you think about if you multiply how much time, I don't spend much time on reviews. Luckily, I go through them pretty quick. I probably spend like on average on a review like 1 minute. So that's 3.5 minutes. See maintenance tracker PR. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is good. Yeah. It returns the status metrics as JSON. That's not what you're returning like, yeah, no, we don't want the logs. I think the issue said this. This is why your review count gets so high, man. You got to read these issues carefully. Well, let's see. Introduce route status and choose return status metrics. Yeah, I think this one's more subtle. You got to return the metrics, the percent numbers, not all the logs. I don't know. The issue could have been more clear on that. But it's about the percent. I think, you know what? I'm still going to blame you. If you, like, because I'm going to bring up customer empathy or user empathy or whatever the hell you want to call it. But you have to think about the full application. The logs are not that useful for the full application. The application is if the percent is over this much, once a month, somebody gets paid, right? So if you think about it that way, what's the thing you need to return? It's the percentage. It's not all the logs, right? So user empathy. Also see who has 30 plus PRs merged that week. Yeah, you did get a lot of PRs merged. Anch is like, I'm feeling underappreciated right now. Maybe we don't appreciate you enough, Anch. You do get a lot of work done. Look, man, I'm going to be hard and you're going to become a better developer. It's a win-win. You know, at a big company, sometimes you spend months on, changing the color of a button, and then it all gets thrown away. And you're like, what is my life? This is my life's work, changing the color of this button. So, I'm preparing. Yeah. Whenever somebody's mean in a professional saying, they just, in an educational professional saying, they can just say they're preparing you for the world. So there you go. I'll take that cop out as well. Thank you very much. All right, so I have no idea why this page won't load. I added runFrame to it, which is our little project for running TypeScript in the browser, and it's failing with this crazy error. Cannot read properties of undefined reading S. And then you look at it, and it's like, what the hell is this? Yeah, so I have no idea what's going on here. I haven't been this befuddled on an issue in a little bit. Granted, I've only looked at like 5 minutes, but something in React, that's always good. I did upgrade React to 19 in some other places, so I don't know. We could try updating to React 19. Let's make everything bigger. Okay, add React 19, React DOM 19, and then types React 19, types React DOM 19. So I was wondering if we would still be, after that upgrade, React 18 compatible. It seems like the answer is no, and I think that's fine. Oh, is that going to fix it? We're loading. All right, we got a different error. Failed to load component. Cannot read properties of undefined React current owner. Reconciler. Interesting. All right. So there's only 3 dependencies that are relevant to custom React projects. React Reconciler, which isn't even in this project, but we can ls it to see what versions we have. All right, we got a couple versions. We got some old versions inside the 3D viewer, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. We've got an old version here, so we could try updating TS Circuit Core. Try to get that up to date. React 19 uses React Reconciler 31. No, I am pointing to people who are saying you are getting more reviews. Where are your 30 plus merged PRs? You know what, Ansh? I support that. I agree. Yeah, if you're complaining so much about, Ansh's reviews, where the hell are your PRs, right? Action speaks louder than words. It's true. Ansh does attempt many PRs, and that requires more reviews. It's a good point, Ansh. I like that. Oh, man, this is some bitter tea. It took me a while to wrap my head around the idea of washing tea, which is where you make your tea, but then you pour it out. You don't because you just want to wash the tea, because the first pour of tea is really bad. But I wasn't used to that because I was a tea bag person for a while. Okay, so I see JSCAD fiber here, so that's interesting. Let's see what's going on with JSCAD fiber. Why is that a factor? Let's do our npm ls React Reconciler. Yeah, we mostly have 31. There is a ton of stuff inside of the 3D viewer that looks like it uses 29. Man, I don't know. I might have broke everything with this React 19 upgrade. Maybe I should have tried to go for backwards compatibility. It's so complicated though. It's not, you don't want to futz around in the black magic too long. Yeah, and RunFrame runs a web worker, so it really shouldn't be an issue. But anyway, let's pull main. Let's make sure this guy runs. Yeah, there's a good chance that this issue is pre-existing. It's not introduced by me. All right. Oh, this is what we want, this loading bar. Yeah, that's nice. I like how it gives me the percentage. So this is what we're trying to integrate. Yeah, it clearly is working. So run frameworks. So we could have a build issue with run frame. It's one possibility. I only speak the truth, Yeah. Yeah, I do know. Wow, this thing has a lot of dependencies. Huh. Interesting. These could probably be bundled. Yeah, I'm a little worried about... Oh, we can update core. See if core breaks if we update it. That's a good idea. Nothing I love dependent debugging build issues, It's got a special place in my heart. This is Cosmos, the framework we're using here. Oh, I think we got a repro. So it was my update. It is all my fault. to everyone's surprise. Uncaught in promise. Uncaught in promise. Cannot read property. Yeah, that looks familiar. React shared internal.s. I wonder if I just need to upgrade React like everywhere. If I just need to pull off the Band-Aid. Yeah, this project uses React 18, so we'll do our little React 19 update. Sucks that so much stuff is gonna break. Normally I would try to be pretty backwards compatible. But I just don't feel like it's worth it at this stage. If somebody complains, it's not hard for us to do it, but why spend time on it? Cannot read properties of undefined React's current owner, and this one's inside of 3D viewer. So React is like a peer dependency for all these things. It's supposed to be. Yeah. So I think we have some incompatible versions here. Yeah, it's complaining. Uh-oh. Perhaps it was a bad time to do the React 19 upgrade. 19. Okay, this is like hard to read, but my general take is a lot of things are less compatible than this. Oh, this isn't good. See, the truth is you people have got crown for like continuous 4 weeks. I think Anja's still talking smack. It's like, where are your crowns? We sometimes when like, high school kids are talking shit in the US and they're winning, they go scoreboard. They just say that to the other team. Let's go scoreboard. That's what basically what you're doing, which is, fun. Oh boy. TS circuit / React fiber. There's like a lot of weird dependencies I don't recognize, so yeah, we might be chasing this for a little bit. 3D viewer. Oh, I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. How deep is this rabbit hole gonna go? I almost want to revert my PR. So I'm just looking through the dependencies here, and the 3D viewer incorrectly lists React and React DOM as a dependency when it should be a dev dependency. So there are like issues. Yeah. Also, it uses TS up. So when you use TS up, you really don't need any dependencies at all for the most part. So like if I do bun run build, it actually is going to bundle most of my dependencies. That's why my bundle is so big. Yeah. This should actually have the dependencies bundled inside of it. Let's see if that's true. See if we can find a marker of a dependency. This all looks like our code. I don't know. Maybe I won't be able to find it. Maybe I'm wrong. So this is our built code here. And I'm just going to scroll through it. What I'm looking for is some indication that we're not looking at our own code, that we're looking at code from a module. But I actually don't see anything. It kind of looks like it bundled without any other dependencies. So maybe I'm wrong. It might be. I think TSUp is pretty smart, so it's not bundling things that are in dependencies. But we basically do want to bundle most of it. Hi. All right. Yeah, there's some old dependencies here. I think we're going to take a second to upgrade this project. Give credit to your reviewers. They contributed a lot to those crowns. Yeah, that's true, Ansh. I don't think I was the only reviewer. You know what I mean? There's a lot of smack talk going on. Man, is this the point where our community fragments into two? And there's a JS circuit and a TS circuit and Pi circuit, whatever. I'm gonna go into the Discord chat if people want to yell at each other in an audio format. Oh, I've got a bunch of stuff going on here. This function is only ever called if it's used in a hacky way. Can I change the implementation? Yeah, seems okay to me. Introduce route status. I think I just reviewed this one. Off topic. Oh, so we might be able to get into GSOC. 18 months old. Our org should be 18 months old. It's 18 months now. Yeah. We can apply. Yeah, we'll try to apply. Oh man, I got so many DMs. I'm not gonna look at DMs right now though. Let's just go into this live stream channel. Cool. I'll go rewrite this in Rust. I'm done with this. I'm through with this. I'm writing it in Rust. I think we should rewrite modules in Rust. I think starting with the autorouter, we should rewrite some modules in Rust. Maybe eventually TS Circuit Core will be in Rust, but that would be such a bad idea right now. The other thing that could be in Rust is we have this thing called soup-util, and it doesn't sound like it would be in Rust because right now it just adds types, but that thing is actually designed to, like the API for that was designed so that it could do automatic indexing. Namaste, Sevi, how are you? I'm good. I am good. You know, we're just going through dependency hell, same old, same old. I'm just going to start removing dependencies I don't think we need. Nah, I'll keep that one. Move some things to dev dependencies. I'm going to be real crazy about it. I'm just going to do it. I think all of these are not even needed to be TBH. I think those aren't needed. JSCAD fiber. Let's see where it's used, if anywhere. JSCAD fiber. Create JSCAD renderer. Oh, okay, it's used. Okay, all right, fine. Yeah, it's probably about right. So we'll reinstall, update those deps. If we build now, before we are at 70 kilobytes, we will either be bigger or smaller. Now we're much bigger. So something is now getting bundled. Hopefully not React. Actually, it probably is React. So whenever you add something to a dev dependency that you don't want to be bundled, you have to add it as a pure dependency. Like that. And then TSUp knows not to bundle it. JSCAD Planner, I wonder if that's used. Is that used? JSCAD Planner. I guess that's also used. All right. Is TS Circuit / soup used? It is used. Okay. So we'll refactor all of these to circuit.json. Just slowly updating this module to best practice. I don't know. You know, it feels it maybe feels a little bit more productive to be like updating dependencies or whatever. But I've got so many ideas on that algorithm from yesterday. Just want to spend a month just figuring out that algorithm, getting it so solid. I think I want to be able to do 3,000 traces in browser in less than a second. I think that's like roughly the goal I want. So find 3,000 paths entirely in browser, Rust, whatever the implementation is, I don't care, but 3,000 paths. There's also another approach where we go and train the neural network autorouter. And the cool thing about that is GPUs can run so much in parallel that, like, yeah, GPUs can run like literally like, you know, on a 4090, I think it has like 40,000 threads. CUDA cores on 4090. Yeah, 16,000. So if you can do, like, you know, we've been talking about writing it in Rust, and that's great for executing on web. But if you just like wrote a CUDA algorithm to do it, if you ported anything we had to CUDA, you could run so many in parallel that, you know, you'd be good to go. All right, we got some type errors now from my little shenanigans, my little dependency updates. I could use Aider for these if I wanted, but let's take a look at some of them beforehand. Yeah, this is one of the more annoying problems. The soup util package tends to not... Oh, that fixed it. An update fixed it. That makes me very happy. All right, we got some story errors. That's pretty normal. It's pretty normal. Stories are rarely formatted correctly. We'll just anycast them. Yeah, I like Cosmos a lot more than Storybook now. It's a lot simpler. And, yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot simpler. It looks a little bit better to me, too, for some reason. Storybook always looks a little janky. I don't know why. Just leave it. I'm a student from a university. I mean, there's a lot of people who are students here, man. It's a surprising number of students. That's not as unique of a statement as you might think. It's really just students fighting. Unless you're talking to me like, leave me alone, I'm a student. If so, you know, that would be, you know, I just wouldn't be doing a good job, you know, preparing you for the world. So they say. All right, so fixed types, shuffle dependencies so that React 18 is not required. Also, while we're at it, let's update React to version 19. Why not? Yeah, let's do the update. And we'll make sure nothing breaks. Actually, maybe I should run the... no, it should... I didn't really do anything that would break things. React bun add dev, React at 19, React DOM at 19. Types React at 19. Yeah, the Facebook people are still really bitter about it installed React 18 still. It's kind of weird. All right, I guess it got confused because of the peer dependencies. There we go. I got confused because of the peer dependence. It's actually kind of weird. It's like a weird resolution. It might be a bun bug. I found so many bun bugs. Are we going to GSOC? If then, who will you select? I have no idea what that means. If then, who will you select to go to GSOC? Oh, do you only get one person from GSOC? How does GSOC work? Somebody explain how GSOC works for me. Being a university student is cooler than me. I'm just a dropout. Hey, historically dropouts have been considered pretty cool. So, yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, yo, yo. Let me check audio levels. Can you say a few words to our viewers?
Few words to our viewer. Hello, viewers.
Ah, perfect. All right. I think your
Yeah,
audio is coming in good. Oh,
what's
more
up?
React 19 bug. I will also share screen in Discord if you do want to be able to
Yeah,
peek.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
it's difficult.
You're working on React 19 on core.
Oh yeah, that's done. That's done. We have React 19 support, but but
There's bugs.
yeah, there's bugs in other modules, so it's like I'm like chasing every module now. And I really want to be doing other things. I want to be integrating RunFrame into snippets, but yeah. What
No
can you
one
do?
did that, huh?
No, I get why though, because it's like a whole mess, and I made it way worse by upgrading React to 19. So
Yeah. I also have uh, a note on run frame. I tried it when I used circuit.json preview, so we can display a dialogue with the run frame viewer in the snippet view image page.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so whenever I click the dialogue and the preview shows up or load, uh, for some reason I'm still debugging the issue, but for some reason there is a tailwind or CSS conflict that cause the slide bar and some of the header to trigger a hidden effect,
yeah,
which which happens
yeah,
when the screen gets smaller.
yeah. Tailwind is terrible for libraries. It's terrible for libraries. To bundle it is such a pain in the ass, and it does have a way to do it with a prefix URL. But I think RunFrame uses a lot of shadcn components. We have somebody else.
I
We have
see.
Rashab dealing with this right now. But yeah, I tried
If
to update Shad to have a prefix, and it took forever, and it didn't fully work. But yeah, that's a good issue in RunFrame. We can file that. Um, I think what I recommended, somebody else was dealing with this, and I recommended the library should be in this thing called Twinned, which is Twinned is a way
hmm
to write Tailwind with um, template literals like this. So
yeah.
if you use this, you don't have these crazy issues because it figures it out, I guess. um, Yeah, but I don't know if it has all the same features. And anyway, ShadCN, people keep lauding ShadCN, and all the AI uses ShadCN, but it's so bad at libraries, just terrible. So, but anyway, for RunFrame, what we can do is add a Tailwind prefix. So, um, add Tailwind prefix, regenerate ShadCN components. So this means whenever you create a class, instead of doing text blue, you would do something like rf text blue. So you would always have to put rf runFrame before it, um,
Mm.
and that would fix it. That's like a pretty good way to do it. You can also compile your project so that it does all these transformations automatically. But I think that that's super jank. I looked at it, super jank. Using the prefix is less jank. But yeah, I'm gonna give that one a fat bounty because
Yeah.
yeah, that it sucks. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, I
It's a
hate
great
it
issue.
too. Yeah,
I hate it
thank you.
too.
I I hate front end in not in general, but Yeah, I love maths more, I guess. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
a
with you.
style designing guy, you
I'm
know?
with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The problems are, I don't know. They have a better like little ribbon on them. Like what the hell is all
Yeah.
this React current owner? I've seen this React current owner issue so many times. I want to makes me oh gosh. Does ShadCN have an HTML only package? HTML only. I mean, you can use a script tag for ShadCN. For us, we're building a library, so I don't know. It wouldn't be applicable for us, I think. If you drop out from Harvard or Stanford, then yes. Otherwise, who even are you? I think Peter Thiel would like people who dropped out from anywhere. Ayush, hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be in dependency hell so long. I'm getting like a almost like a fatigue response. Like my body is feeling more tired just looking at all these dependency issues. But I feel like if TS Circuit only worked on React 18, people would think we were really like it would be, people would be like, it would feel weird, right? It would feel weird. All right. This is so hard to read too. ELS problems. I wonder what ELS stands for. ELS problems npm. It's probably something with versions. Oh, error ls. Is that literally it? Okay, interesting. All right. We are on the search for React 18. We want to eradicate it. Storybook? Ooh, Storybook has so many dependencies too. I don't use any of these add-ons. This is why I like Cosmos, React Cosmos a lot more than Storybook. They're simple. The guy's nice too. I've talked to the maintainer a couple times. He or she is a good guy, person. But yeah, it's just like a lot simpler, you know? I haven't done anything like super advanced in it. I think Storybook, they sell like enterprise, so like, and they have like a whole like cloud offering, so they've got a lot of stuff. But anyway, you initialize Storybook, it gives you add-on onboarding. Why do I need that? Add-on links? I don't need it. Interactions, essentials? I don't know if I need essentials. What's in essentials? And then it's like, okay, are these used? I'm just gonna rip all these things out. Hopefully I don't break anything. Add on interactions. Hopefully nobody was using those.
I u- I used Storybox more than Cosmos,
Like in other
but I
projects
hate.
or
Yeah, I hate the user experience of Storybox for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I don't like it. I will say React Cosmos is like a little bit more beta-y. Like I've had like cache issues where I couldn't figure out what the problem was and I just deleted everything and had to reinstall it.
Yeah.
And Storybook is like, because they sell enterprise and stuff, I think they're like a little bit more refined there. Lucas Garden
Yeah.
says, "Why are you so rude?" I can't remember. Did I say something? Yeah, Absi, did I say something in the past 10 minutes that was what did I? I
Nope.
think I haven't attacked
Nope.
anybody in like 10 minutes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, this is a new record, I guess.
yeah. So f you, Lucas. Yeah. Why am I so rude? Why are you so rude coming in here? Huh? You punk.
Okay, so the time resets now.
It's time resets now. All right. All right, let's upgrade all these Storybook things. Test. What is Storybook test? I don't even know what these dependencies are. Don't drop a bunch of dependencies in my project. I don't even know what they are. All right, let's see if it works now. I upgraded Storybook things, I think. Oh, wait, incorrect peer dependency. So I guess there's also just a sort of Storybook package. Okay, let's try that. Please load. Oh, pain. Okay. npm-ls react at 18. Let's see. It's still there. I think the upgrade was not successful. I think it didn't upgrade to the latest major version. So I'm assuming they released a major version. Dude, how do you upgrade story? This feels insane to me. How do you upgrade Storybook? Bunx SB. I think that's their command is SB. Help. How to upgrade Storybook dependencies. Like, there's no way that the DX is this bad. Yeah, they have a Storybook upgrade command. All right. So Bunx, Storybook, upgrade. I was doing all this complaining. Maybe they have the perfect solution here. What are they upgrading to? No, they're it's upgrading from version 8.5 to 8.5. All right. Storybook, React 19 support. Oh my gosh. If I knew this was going to be such a hassle. Oh my gosh. Do they not support it? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? We're being held back by Storybook. Does React Cosmos? React Cosmos. React 19. Oh my gosh. I'm freaking out. I did this upgrade too early. Am I going to have to start rolling back all of these dependencies? FU times infinity. Lucas says FU times infinity. FU times infinity squared. That's right, Lucas. Just got you. Oh
If
man,
it
I
does
don't know.
support React 19, I guess Cosmos for the win.
Yeah, I could, dude, but converting this project to Cosmos, dude, I can't take on that. I need to get shit done. Oh my gosh. Oh, I literally don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I flubbed I flubbed this. I shouldn't have upgraded to React 19. I think I might have to revert it now. Oh, that sucks so much. Okay. Alternate solutions. Can we make it so that it's like compatible with both? Maybe. Let's see. What do we have in our package JSON for core? Peer dependencies. All right, where is React? React is for some reason listed at, oh, no, it's a dev dependency. And then we don't have anything in the peer dependencies. So that's, if you don't have anything in your peer dependencies and you're not bundling it, which I don't think we're bundling it, then it should be the same as like, it'll just use whatever version of React you give. The fix is to not use React. Not an option. We are a React framework. I wonder if I have a small Cosmos project I can see if it has React 19 support. Guys, this is the worst. This is, oh my gosh. There's so many dependencies. React 18 has been out for a while. We've been cooking. There are a lot of dependencies. What's going on here? All right. I want to revert, go to main. Okay. I'm on main for JSCat Electronics. This uses React Cosmos and React 18. So we're just going to do the old React 19 update. And I'm just going to run start. And if this works, that means Cosmos supports React 19. Oh, no. No. Oh, my gosh. You got to be kidding me. Oh, React 19 had so many changes, guys. No. Maybe it's because, hold on. It might be because of, does this import anything that could be sus? I actually don't see anything too sketchy. Oh, JSCat Fiber could be, probably needs the port to React 19. I should have called this stream crying about React 19. That's what I should have done. React 19 is crazy, yo.
This is a nightmare.
Yeah. Dude, this could be an all-dayer. This could be, I could just be sitting here all day. And
What
then
were you
like,
planning to do today?
yeah, I had a lot. I had a lot I wanted to do. Yeah, I wanted to order some boards
Every
every day.
day.
I want to order some boards.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting prepared. I'm just chugging water. All right, let's do it. I'm ready. No, one more drink. One more sip. Sip of courage. Sip of courage, I like to say. All right, let's do it. We got this. Surely. I might. You know what though? I might have to start doing. I might have to release this as a minor version, just to keep track of this because stuff. I mean, this is gonna get. We're so many dependencies deep at this point. We're at least 4 dependencies deep, and like oh my gosh. All right, I don't want to think about it. Okay. All right. JSCAD fiber. This is another React fiber layer. Does this have tests? How do I test this to upgrade this? Just build a React fiber layer, they said. It'll be easy, they said. This does have tests. So let's make sure the tests work. Button test. We got 3 passing tests. I like that. It's good news. I got the latest version of main. So we're going to upgrade React. React at 19, React DOM at 19, and then React reconciler, because this is a fiber layer, at 0.31.0, I think. And then we run test again, and now it fails. So now we do the React 19 upgrade. Crash course on making a custom React language. You want to make your own elements and whatnot. Kind of, like React Native. If you wanted to make React Native or make React DOM, you have this thing called a host config. And the host config has to define a set of methods. If it defines the set of methods, then you have a React thing. And the methods are related to like different things that can happen, that like mounting and unmounting and stuff like that. And it's an API that they don't really document. And so when you're working on this stuff, you usually go on GitHub and you literally look up React Reconciler and you look up usages. I already did this React 19 upgrade in Core, so I can look at the modifications there. Upgrade to React 19. Excuse me. It's only a 41-line change. And I even gave references to 2 projects I really like, React PDF and React 3 Fiber. So those are 2 other layers. One's for 3D, one is for rendering PDFs. And you basically just have to add these functions with default event priorities. So I think React 19 has a lot more like background execution stuff that it can do. So I'm just going to copy over these lines. And we need to import default event priority. So we're more or less saying, just do whatever. I think this is how it decides how to render threads in parallel. And then this TS expect error thing, I think we need to add types for React Reconciler. So we'll do that. Okay, done. No, Sevi, I am saying for GSOC, you have to give a project and you have to select some people who have contributed on your repo, like more and more. Then Google will give them $2,500 to that student. Okay, so Google will pay a student and they just contribute to TS Circuit. But it's only for one student or something? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, I see. We defined this earlier, but we defined it poorly. Get current event priority. So we're going to remove that. Okay, cool. Oh, we're still not working. But one test is passing. I think that's an improvement. I wasn't paying a lot of attention. But yeah, we had 3
Yeah, there's
failing
one
before.
test. Yeah.
Yeah. Um yeah, but literally creating a custom React layer is basically just making a host config. And AI actually knows how to generate host configs, so you can get a lot done. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend it unless you have a really good use case. You might want to go with a regular library first. We started as like a more pure React fiber layer, the first version of TS Circuit, and then it was so hard to be like a pure React fiber layer that we introduced classes so that you could work outside of React if you wanted, and that simplified things a lot because it's hard to be a pure React fiber layer. Even and I took that model from 3JS and stuff like that. 3JS isn't a pure React fiber layer. It's very hard to do it properly. It is fast as hell if you optimize it. Like React Native, they really optimize it. They know what they're doing, but I don't. Okay, so we have some issues here. So let's start with this test. See why it's breaking. After render result, we're expecting it to have elements, but it has an empty array. Okay. Let's take a look at that core PR and see if there's anything we forgot to do. So errors are handled asynchronously. I think this line, this line is new. So instead of update container, we have to do update container sync. So let's do that. Let's search for update container. Looks like it's in 2 places. That's kind of interesting. Okay. We'll copy out these lines and adjust them to match. Okay. I've got all these comments because I didn't totally understand what I was doing. And so I left comments that were from people smarter than me that I think would be helpful. But yeah, unfortunately, I understand it enough, but it is very complicated. I want to do a little like doc for myself, but like publicly, like just a long walkthrough of how React reconciliation works, because it seems really cool, but it is tough. Okay, so testing errors doesn't work. So this was, I also found this in when I was doing core. You have to track errors a little differently because React doesn't like to throw errors synchronously anymore. So that's quite different. So yeah, right here, we need to track this error ourselves. It's kind of good actually that it doesn't throw errors on the main thread. Throws the errors elsewhere. Just kind of keeps them to itself. Okay, cool. We could even do like set error, use JS-CAD renderer. So do we want the hook to throw an error? Is that right? That seems kind of weird that we would want a hook to throw an error. It should probably just return the error, but that kind of messes up. I guess it's supposed to return a mesh. Yeah, that is a bit icky. So yeah, but it's kind of unclear where to throw the error. I guess I'll just say if containers will throw container error 0. I don't really know what else to do. Oh yeah, and this has to be, we'll use a ref for that. Like one project or your company per contributor. One project per contributor. Gotcha. To be honest, I don't know if I like that. It seems like a traditional internship model. But if Google's paying for it, I don't know. I guess that's cool. But I don't know. I'll take a look at it. But just sorting out the project to do would be very difficult, because like we adapt so quickly, move across so many different things, and then I wouldn't want other contributors to not be able to do a project because somebody was selected for GSOC. But I'll take a look. We're expecting an error to be thrown. If you throw an error in an effect, I guess what happens? I guess the entire component doesn't throw. Yeah, so that doesn't work. This feels like such bad practice. But yeah, let's see if we throw top of scope. Oh. We probably need to make it a use state thing, I guess. I feel like I'm doubling down on upgrading React 19 right now. Might not be a good thing. Set container error. Yeah, sure. Set container error. Oh. If container error, throw container error. All right, let's do it. No! I can't get this to work. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. All right. Wow, this was so easy before. You create the root. Oh, gosh darn it. Do we need to update? Old is gold. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm with you. I'm literally dying. We have so many great features that are now being blocked by this. I should have made it a minor upgrade for core. I really regret patch releasing it. I mean, I could revert the PR on core to React 18 and then do a minor release for it. And then we could try to move forward. But it's like, I don't want to have two versions of TS Circuit in the ecosystem. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I am reconsidering everything right now. I have so many. I so deeply regret things. The other possible problem is our hook tester, because I think this repo uses like a custom hook tester. Let's go to the test. Because, when you're making custom React fiber layers, you can't really use traditional testing things. So yeah, I have this thing create hook tester, and it's possible that this thing isn't capturing the error properly. Look how complicated this fucking thing is. The reason it's complicated is it's literally redefining use effect. It has to define them and then apply it to a hook. So it's running a hook and like doing the state tracking for React. It even has to override the globals. So like, yeah. So oh, what do we do? What do we do? Are we streaming on TikTok as well? We are, which I think is getting banned in 2 days. But but yeah, we're on TikTok. Why do you guys see TikTok comments? I think on TikTok there's 0 viewers. I don't think people look. I don't even think it's designed well for TikTok. Who watches? Like, it probably appears as like this tiny square. I bet my face isn't even on screen because they probably like auto widescreen it. What's the point in like getting good at TikTok if it's about to go away? It would be cool to have if I could stream out 2 outputs and then have one be just the right half, so it's like a little bit more focused on the face or something, or I could generate something custom. It's banned in India. Yeah, I've heard that. India did it first. Um, yeah, I almost think our hook tester is pretty good, but I don't think it's good enough to get this. I think it's probably our hook tester, but it's really hard to say. Um, yeah, let's log the hook tester states. See the internal state. It says null and false. So hooks track by the number of calls. So that sounds like it's not meaningful, but it's actually very meaningful. So it's saying the container is null and the container error or the okay, I actually don't know how to read this. Let's try again. Hook tester states. We have states, effects. Oh, uh effects. Okay. Okay. Effects is the state of all the effects. States is the state of all use states. Memos is the state of all memoizations. So kek W, which I think is like a frog or something. Container error. Oh my gosh. Guys, if I wasn't on stream right now, I'd have YouTube up or something. I'd be like, I don't know, I'd be watching like a speed run on the background because like, even though you really can't do this while that's going on, it's like my body is having a reaction to to this upgrade. Um, it's like looking at all this super old code, and it's pretty good. It's like we had these really nice tests, and now like, I don't even know if they're gonna be valid. We're complaining about the hook not throwing an error, which is so weird. I guess I'm curious, is this ever called? Do we ever get a container error? I don't see. Let's clear the console, run it, do container. Nah, I don't think we get a container error. Okay, well, that helps. So this is never being called anymore. But this was being called in TS Circuit Core. Interesting. So if you have an error while you're rendering, error component, error result, error component. This component just throws an error. After error result, after error result, hook tester. Create hook tester. Use render elements to JSCAD plan. Wait. It's starting to come together. Create JSCAD root. Set error null. Render. Root.render is not going to throw an error anymore. Okay. Create JSCAD renderer. Oh, this code is duplicated. Holy moly. That's why nothing was working. There's like 2 versions of this code. Oy, that's terrible. Okay. So we're going to add the errors here to our little array of errors. I'm being so lazy about this. All right. So we're pushing our errors, and then if we have errors, if errors length, then we throw errors. That's it. Is that it? We can also set our errors. We can reset our errors. Oh, how do you reset an array? Ooh, reset array. Reset the array. I think you can do splice. Errors.length equals 0. Does that really work? That feels like a hack. Let's try it. All right, node. So we have 1, 2, 3 as our array. AR.length equals 0. AR. Yeah, it works. Just set the length to 0. TIL. I kind of hate that, but you know, got to do what you got to do. You can see previous companies who have worked in GSOC, like they set up some projects. What do you think the project would be for TS Circuit if we set up a project? How long does the person have to work on it too? By the way, our test is passing. So hell yeah. Nice. Good. Wow, that was painful. That was painful. So do all of our tests pass now? All of our tests pass? Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank frigging goodness. I'm going to remove all the console log lines. There's a lot of junk console log lines in this project. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Okay. Thank goodness. We did it. That's 1 React 19 upgrade down. Cool. So I'm assuming that all worked. JSCAD Fiber. Yeah, this project doesn't have like a web component. Oh no, it does. Bun run start. So let's see if the Cosmos broke. Thank you, Ayush. That was you know, that was a lot for me. That was a lot for me. Please render. No. No, it's this fucking error again. If you guys think like a normal React 19 upgrade is bad, which it won't be, by the way, this is like a React 19 upgrade on friggin' steroids. $25 after and in mid. What is mid? It's a summer internship, right? Here we go again. Aw, shit. You guys know that meme from San Andreas? I love this San Andreas. That game was amazing. Ah, shit. Here we go again. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is make sure there's no versions of React 18 lingering. There's no versions of React 18 now. Could Cosmos possibly have a bug? Oh, I really hope Cosmos doesn't have a bug. There's like, honestly, we're just freaking screwed if Cosmos has a bug. I have to revert everything because like, then I have no alternative. No storybook, no Cosmos. I'm not going to shut down the testing for these projects. Summer internship, same. We could do that. We could also, $2,500 isn't that much, so we could also just pay somebody. I don't know. I guess GSOC is more reputable. Yeah, it has more credibility. All right. Yeah, I don't know. We could do it if we get into the program. Think of a project. Your project is to watch the live stream, and whenever I'm crying, insert a PR to fix it. What is going on? Why are all of these things broken? I see a lot of invalid like React 3 stuff. So maybe we try to upgrade everything related to 3, which is 3D stuff. Yeah, there is this React 3 fiber layer, and I know that they support React 19 because I referenced their implementation. So is there any chance, like for me, sorry asking a lot early, I think so. Ansh, I love the, you know, you're bold, you go on stream and you go, please, will you accept me? I mean, I think your odds are high relative to TS Circuit contributors, right? I don't know how many people would be interested in a program like that, but I think you've mentioned it, and I can't remember other people mentioning it. So I would say your odds are pretty high. Might be the sole applicant even. We're not that popular. Do you apply? You apply for the project, I assume. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, so we upgraded React 3 Fiber. We have a lot of these.
Shibu.
Whoa, jeez. Oh my gosh. Did Shibo enter the chat? Sorry, I was startled.
Yeah.
Shibo's here. Shibo, what up? What up, man?
Shibu, you're muted.
Maybe he just wanted to hang out in the Discord channel, you know,
Hey.
and like chime in when he feels like it. Look, we're not trying to pressure you, Shibo. That's what I'm really trying to say here. All right. Let's upgrade every dependency we have until this works. I think React 19 could be the death of us. It's my current impression. I don't know. Is there a way with Vite to like debug what is inside of the chunk I'm looking at? Because I'm really curious. I'm clearly looking at a chunk related to, React 3 Fiber. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess it's got these comments scattered about. All right. Okay. React 3 Fiber. But I thought you guys implemented it. You know what? They're probably smart. And they probably said, you know what? We're going to implement React 3 Fiber or React 19, but we're not going to release it right away. So I bet I have to use a beta version. I bet they even have an issue like React 19. I thought I was behind. I thought other people, for personal projects though, people use React 19, I think. I think Vercel is pushing it so hard. All right. Migration guide V9. What are you working on today? We are unfortunately upgrading projects to React 19. The fiber layer. So we're working on a lot of React fiber stuff, but it's quite terrible. You are behind. Yeah, I am definitely behind. This task has turned out to be Herculean. Meaning very, very a lot of work. Yeah, you're on the latest version of React. Yeah, so yeah. I thought it was a good idea to get on the latest version of React because I don't know. Like you want to, if you're a React framework, you want to support the latest version of React, right? But But yeah, this is murder to support. This is terrible. So right now, I think the nice thing about JSCAD Fiber is it's relatively simple. It contains the fiber layer. It contains everything. There's no modules that could be causing problems or whatever. It has it's self-contained. So right now we've narrowed it down to either React 3 Fiber or um, Vite, I think. So one of these is definitely causing the issue. We could look for multiple versions of React Reconciler. Oh, React 3 Fiber is using an old version. That version is not React 19 compatible. I know all those version numbers, and that one's not React 19 compatible. Okay, all right. So, all right, here's my hunch. These guys are a lot smarter than me. A lot smarter. The 3JS Fiber guys. They're a bigger community. And I think that they decided their V9 release was going to be their where they add React 19 support, which is absolutely what we should have done. And maybe I should actually like revert back to that. What do you guys think? Anybody? Should I say you have to use React 19 or above, or should we try to support 18? I can't think of why we would. I can't think of. I don't know. I don't want to release multiple versions. All right, let's update to their release candidate. Let's upgrade to their release candidate. So React 3 Fiber at 9. So they said no. There's no identifier for 9. So we're gonna do 900-RC.4. So RC means they're very close. It means release candidate. So. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. For some reason, in the dev dependencies, it added it as an asterisk rather than adding the exact version. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you add it as an asterisk? Just add the exact version, right? I think Vite's got Bun's got some bug there. React 3 / it's adding it as a pure dependency. I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna make it a dev dependency. And yeah, maybe. Oh, I don't really know what to do. Let's just leave it as a dev dependency and see what happens. For GSOC, I have to contribute to start from a little December. From October, I'm contributing only. For 3 months, I'm contributing here. So if you select it as org, it will be good for me. That sounds. Yeah. Look, we got to get into GSOC. You're concerned about selection. I'm like, I don't even think I'm not even sure we'll get into GSOC, right? I don't know how many people we're allowed to have, too. It sounds like we're going to get one. What the heck? All right. We should be using the release candidate now of React 3. Yeah, we're not using an old version of React Reconciler. We are getting errors from React 3 Dre, which is like a utility library. So these guys are probably, my guess is these guys are also working on support for React 19. I had no idea this was going to be so bad. I don't know. Man, maybe I should revert everything. Maybe we shouldn't try to be so bleeding edge. Trying to see if they have like a React 19 issue or how they do their versioning here. React 19. React 19 compatibility. React 3 Fiber. In December, they were saying React 3 Fiber V9 will be, but it's not released. I found that forcing Dre to work with React 3 Fibers v9 RC doesn't work out of the box due to the shape of the internal object structure. And this guy had to patch it manually. I don't know. This could be the death sentence here. React 19 is hell. Yeah, for fiber layers, it's so bad. It's really can't emphasize enough for fiber layers. React 19 is tough. They could have done it. They could have done it better. They could have been way more compatible. Like you saw when I was patching it, there was the error stuff, but like, well, I don't know. You can't complain too much because, you know, React is free. Let's just try upgrading React 3 Dre. I mean, honestly, if this doesn't work, I think we're at a dead end. I don't think we can do anything. Because, like, if I'm PRing, yeah, I think it's a dead end. Oh, it's so disappointing. By the issue roulette, does it run local and doesn't run on Vercel? Yeah, Ansh, what's going on with issue roulette? The problem is issue roulette builds builds the list of issues because it has to make so many API calls because we have 190 repos. It has to make so many API calls. Excuse me. It has to make so many API calls that you can't really run it, or you can run it locally, but or it can run on Vercel and stuff like that, but it has to make those API calls. So I think there's a really simple PR that somebody can do to just add a GitHub token, and then I'll put in our bot GitHub token, which has a higher rate limit. Yeah, I have to save an environment variable in Vercel, but I don't think you even have, like, I don't even think that'll work because you don't have, By the way, speaking of issue reviews, I'm never going to merge a PR with a title like this that doesn't do what it says. It's like, this is like, yeah, like, dude, this is such a bad claim. Like, don't try to claim something if you can't fix it, don't open a PR pretending to fix it. Anyway, that's just a complaint. The sabotage, you know. But the issue it's not building on Vercel is totally unrelated to that. So this repo, it has a build step, right? And that build step gets the issues inside of a statically rendered route. Where is it? Is it here? Yeah, so this is statically rendered. Oh, you do have a process M GitHub token. So I just need to put in a GitHub token. Okay, you're right. You're actually right, Ansh. Let's see if we can put in a token. I got my environment variables up on my other screen right now. Hopefully nobody can see it. Yeah, I gotta make a new bot token and whatnot. This is gonna take a second. How do I make a new token for a bot? Yeah, I gotta log in to an alternate GitHub account. Oh, so much effort. Okay. And then we can try to play issue roulette. Man, so I guess I'm not gonna revert the React 19 upgrade. I'm gonna try to make it I'm gonna make core 18 and 19 compatible. And we just have to wait for all of our other libraries to get up to date. That's what we're gonna do. But I won't do a full revert. I'll just make it compatible with both. Yeah, and basically the stream, everything. I'm for the most part, I'm gonna undo like all of it, like because we went deep, we fixed some things, but it's just not possible. right now. I could contribute upstream too, but it's a lot of effort. We got too much stuff to do for me to go upstream. Okay, what kind of access token do I need for this? It needs to be able to fetch GitHub issues. So I think this is safe to show. I'm in dangerous territory here. All right, so we want to create a new access token. Issue roulette. Oh. Was it on screen? I didn't see. I don't know what just happened. I don't think it created.
I wasn't with you, but I see a
what?
screen on the screen. I wasn't with you in the stream, but
Oh, wait. Did you see a token?
I didn't. I didn't know. It wasn't like I was focusing on an issue, so I wasn't
Gosh
looking
darn
at
it!
you.
No, it's okay. I don't think it created a token. If it did, I'll just delete it in a minute.
You've been hacked.
I've been hacked. See, that's why I was thinking like I haven't given it any permissions yet. So even if it created a token, I don't think it would have any permissions. But let's see.
Yeah.
We need to for issue roulette. It's gonna have to have like repo permissions. I don't know. It says public repository access read only. Is that good enough? That's probably good enough. All right, I'm gonna generate it. Okay, so maybe this token does do something, even if you select no permissions. Okay, cool. This should work. That's a brand new GitHub feature where you can have fine-grained access tokens that last forever. You used to have a maximum of a 1-year expiration date. I'm glad they added that because it's great to have rotating secrets, but to do it for everything, like this is public read permissions, right? It's like, it's not that big of a deal. That's my take. Okay, we've added that GitHub token to our issue roulette repo. So theoretically, issue roulette will release now. Yeah, that's the thing is because React is a peer dependency to everything, you only have one version of React installed. You can't really have multiple versions. This problem will kind of go away where it's a big deal to upgrade React when we have web workers that have a fully bundled version of TS Circuit and they run the code and it's all pre-bundled. It's almost like a VM. So when that is more in use, it won't be as big of a deal upgrading React. But right now it is a big deal for us because we build TS Circuit in so many different places. We like overuse it. We overuse our core module. So yeah, just how it's got to be. Okay, we still got a bug. So let's see what's going on. The TS Circuit organization forbids access via fine-grained personal access tokens if the token's lifetime is greater than 366 days. Okay. All right. Okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. Great. Let's just redo everything we did off screen again. All we wanted to do was play some issue roulette. All right. Okay. Gonna log in as the bot. They kind of made it sound like it was an org setting, so maybe I can see if I can fix the org later. But okie dokie. Let's give this new token a try. Just paste it into Vercel here. Cool beans. Hi, what theme do you use in VS Code? People keep asking me this. I don't think I use a theme. I think it's all default. I think I use all default. The reason why the toolbar looks different is because I have an extension. Oh, I guess I have this thing, bearded theme. I don't know what that is. But I have an extension that makes it so that every project I open has a different color. That's why they all have different colors. And so that's so that when I do this, I can select the project very quickly. That's literally the reason I do it, because I can sort of subconsciously remember what color. Yeah, peacock. That's what it's called. Peacock. Change the workspace color of your current workspace. So that's why I do preferences theme, and let us see. Okay. Theme. Preferences color theme. Bearded theme, Monokai black. It's probably the default. I don't mess around with this stuff.
I think it's the extension.
The bearded theme extension? Oh, that's what they want to know? All right. Yeah, well, it's the bearded theme extension. Okay, I think it deployed. So way to go, Ansh. Turns out we could have deployed this a long time ago. Issues.tscircuit.com. If you go to issues.tscircuit.com, you can spin the roulette wheel. And interestingly, every time you go to it, never mind. Okay. I thought I had a feature. It doesn't. Anyway, issues.tscircuit.com. Okay. Text is cutting in JLC PCB button. You know, guys, do those issues, but web dev stuff, unless I'm on a stream and like really frustrated with it, I feel like I'm not gonna go too crazy on the bountying. Yes, it's a valid issue, but people are almost getting into this loop where they're like breaking things, and then like I'm like bounting all the bugs on the things they PR'd. Web dev fixes I just hold in slightly, you know, less, you know, whatever. Reviews should only count once per PR. There's some people working on this, so I won't do too much on that. But yeah, in our contribution tracker, PRs are counting too many times. Add support for 3D and assembly images inside of fake snippets. I think Dr. Sensor is working on this one, so I'm not sure how much there is to say on that. Absi looks like he's
Yeah, it needs 3D
needs 3D
implementation
stuff
first for a screenshot.
Yeah. PCB 3D component. This is also Dr. Sensor, and this is basically related to the last issue. Add doc explaining how to use debug module in TS circuit. Yeah, I definitely want to increase. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, so this is in our handbook repo, and if you look up, we can literally do this, org TS circuit debug. You can see all of our usage of the debug module. You can see a lot of it. I think, I don't know how to make, let's see. We want the lowercase, or maybe we can do this. Let's do debug like that. You can see all of our usage. So there's a couple patterns around it, how to use the debug module, that I would like it if people knew. I'll put a bounty on this one. It might instigate me enough to do the to write it myself. Documentation on using M2 connectors for micromod modules. Where's this one? TS Circuit docs. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. Micromod adapters are pretty cool. I'll put a 25 on that because it's a pretty good issue. That doc is going to be a little bit hard to write, but you will learn a lot by writing it. Why the people are behind my reviews. Why the people are behind my reviews. Why are the people behind your reviews? That's a good question. A good question in the sense that it makes no sense. Okay, what do we got here? Motor driver breakout, motor driver pin header rendering issue. I filed this one. This is a pretty good one.
Yeah, I think my whole Arduino servo breakout circuit is broken for some reason. Yeah,
That's not good. Yeah, sorry.
all the 3D components are not rendering for some reason.
Yeah, I think JSCAD Electronics is having some issues. So I guess what I'll do is, since I'm sitting here, I bet I'll increase the bounty a little bit. But yeah, I think you can follow the trail on this one because it's pretty simple. It's got 2 errors on these pin headers. So JSCAD Electronics really needs more work on it. I'm a little, yeah. Allow showing PCB ratsness for PCB view in circuit to SVG, I think. Yeah, circuit to SVG. This one has a pretty low bounty for how useful it is, so we'll increase that. But yeah, it's to draw these little white lines. There's these little white lines that aren't being drawn. So you're seeing it with them drawn, but they are currently not being drawn in circuit to SVG. It's a pretty good issue. Not super difficult, but pretty good issue. And you have a reference implementation for that. Update README screenshots to be cooler. Nobody did this one.
So for the autorouting.com repo, the sample API doesn't have an update.
Yeah, we don't have an update
probably
method.
Make one. Yeah, I'm gonna make one.
Yeah, that's good.
That.
Samples update. Yeah. Yeah, we have a very predictable API convention for those endpoints. So go crazy. I will bounty.
Yeah, actually made one that locally works. So
nice.
Probably gonna PR it.
Yeah. I really like predictable API endpoints because so all the endpoints are very predictable. For the update one, it probably takes an ID and the fields to change. Yeah. Just don't get too fancy. That's my point. Some people get too fancy.
So actually, it just deletes the file. If it exists, it deletes the file and then creates a new one with the uploaded file.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. We have to implement that on the back end after. So before it goes to prod, we'll need to implement that on the closed source backend. So that's just something to keep in mind.
Okay. Should I make the update like its own separate file? Just make it. Yeah, probably make it. Yeah.
No.
No, I mean the dataset. There is a dataset update API, so I think we should follow the same convention.
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Ansh says, I'm the father of issue roulette. It sounds about right.
To APIs.
Yeah, API.
So dataset has an update one.
Yeah. Is processing, so it updates this boolean. And then
you're saying...
Has an
authentication for, you should like...
Why don't you do it like this?
Yeah, you can do it too.
Yeah. That seems pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Instead of deleting. I know Zustand is a little bit weird to work with, but it's not that bad. Nobody really likes... I feel bad for the Zustand people because I use the hell out of it. But nobody loves Zustand's API, but it's very, very workable. And like because of that, I use it for everything because like, yeah, it's kind of always got what you want. All right, so yeah, JSCAD, this is probably in JSCAD Electronics. I don't know if I wrote that. I'm going to increase the bounty on that one. I can already tell there's going to be some really high bountied issues that aren't that hard because we're just going to keep playing this game and I'm going to keep ignoring all these little web dev issues. Web dev issues are good. I like the polish, but also like me and Rashab are literally rewriting like the the editor page right now because I'm introducing run frame and he's isolating the code editor, and we're doing those as separate modules. So like we could spend forever fixing a UI that's just gonna get, in some sense gutted. We're trying to keep as much code as possible, but a lot of times when you do that transition, like Tailwind is really bad for libraries, so we're trying to use Twinned. So like, anyway, that's why like even we could do bounties all day for that stuff, but it's not going to be all right. Multiple instances of 3JS when the site loads. Yeah, that's a pretty good issue. I think that's a pretty good issue. Nice file there, Ansh. But maybe check for typos. I know I'm a little picky, but but good job. Improve error message for 3D viewer error for UX. Error downloading 3D model. I think we did this. One. Oh, opened 2 hours ago from Arn. Error downloading 3D model. Improve error message for 3D viewer error for CX. We actually, LOL, this is actually already the improved version of the error. We are slowly working on generating the 3D models server side, so maybe we won't even have this error in the future. Let me know if you have some ideas here. I'm not gonna close because maybe Arn has some ideas. Cool. Spin. Slight gap in the right side in mobile screen. Run free routing Docker container locally. Adapt DSN. Oh, Absy's working on this one. I think it's very tricky. We don't have a bounty on this either. Wait, is this real? For autorating.com, run blah blah blah. Adapt DSN. Yeah. I think it's supposed to. Yeah, it has a 20 bounty increase as per convention. I'll increase it. Update core components section. Include all components. Yeah, that's a good issue. It's a good issue. It's really easy too. But yeah, basically like on our docs, I think it doesn't have many components in the API reference section. It's missing, chip. Chip is like one of the most important ones. It says bug instead of chip. We don't use bug anymore. Yeah. Should also remove bug. Yeah, our docs suck. And I will generally, if people have good issues there, they will get bountied or tipped or whatever because our docs suck. PCB viewer manual edits don't move silkscreen. Yeah, that's it's a pretty good issue. I don't know why that has a $3 bounty. Could definitely go higher. Could do 15. Ansh, maybe try to create a backend that will pull the data from GitHub and you fetch that if it still doesn't build. Imposter, it's building now, I think. You just need to give a GitHub token in your Vercel project because it just makes too many API calls. It's a GitHub limitation. And we're basically using Next.js with our revalidation. So I like his implementation because it doesn't need a backend. I have updated the docs, the Shibo issue, but I don't get the bounty. You definitely have not updated the docs. You maybe did one update on the docs, but Shibo's issue is much more extensive. I think you updated like the resistor page. But like I literally just complained about how the current version of the docs is not up to date. Unless you have a PR on the docs that does all of this. There's no PR open on the docs. So honestly, with the docs, whatever your bar is for the quality level, it should be increased. We're so far away from it. You can't take inspiration from what our current docs look like. Our docs are so bad that you should be thinking, how do I make this 10 times better to like, like updating one page for resistor is not going to help that many people. Updating the entire sidebar to have all the components we support, that is a really good contribution that'll help people. And it's not particularly, it's a bit tall ask, but it's not particularly hard to add that stuff, so. Implement WinterSpec 2, generate KY types. WinterSpec 2 is like a commander version of the CLI. This has a $40 bounty. I'm not going to bump this, but this isn't that hard of an issue. I'm not going to bump this just because it's got 40, but fuck it. I'll bump it. Just bump it a little. This is a pretty easy issue, but it would help because I could start outputting those types for people to use. So WinterSpect is an API framework, a Node API framework, and it can output a types file that represents all of its routes, and then you can use that with the types KY project to get fully typed clients. So it is very helpful. Add group routing support. Who's working on this? Somebody's working on this, right? Is nobody working on this? Group routing support. I would love to do that. I would love to do that today instead of upgrading React. I think I have given up for the most part. Differentiate between silkscreen and bottom and top layers. Great issue. What is this bounty? 25? I'll increase it. It's a pretty... That one's not too bad either. It's not too bad. Guys, these are low-hanging fruit. Get on this. Bug, star orientation is not correct. I don't know. All issues have been shown. We got through them all. All right, good job. We did it. We played a full game of issue roulette. I have added transistor, inductor, trace, power source, LED, and many more you can check. All right, let's look. Power source. I mean, but we don't even use these. Look at this. Anch, look at this page. This is crazy, dude. This is not a documentation page. Wait, do you mean you did other updates other than this? Dude, this is like... This is not a documentation page. The most used component, which is chip, is not even on these docs. It's not even on these docs. I'm glad Anch is here. It makes it more entertaining because I get freaking I get riled. Dude's like, oh, dude, I did it. I'm like, maybe you did like just enough to claim. I mean, like, dude, those docs aren't useful, right? Empathize with the end customer. Like, what does the end customer need? They're trying to get started with TS circuit. You've got a page that says a power source is a common inductor. Like, what? Dude, that's not how, or common power source. What does that even mean? What's a common power source? Yeah, like, not good. I think the branch is not published. Okay, so you're saying I did update the docs, but it didn't publish. Mintlify doesn't support auto-publishing unless it comes from my user, unless I pay them $250 a month. And I asked them if they would be willing to sort of undo this, but they have not done it yet. So I don't really know how to resolve this other than I have to like come in here and click something. Like I have to... update these docs somehow. The getting started guides and reference documentation for docs.tscircuit.com. We'll add that to the README. You know, little pro tip, you should always have this above your links, or otherwise stuff doesn't load properly always. Anch is like, dude, you just yelled at me so much. And it was just because the docs were out of date. It's not always my fault. Well, all right, we'll see. Hey, these docs are going to publish in a second, and we're all going to see the truth. And either there's egg on my face and I'm a big jerk, I'm a big dirtbag, or the docs are still going to suck. And we're about to find out. So our stance, React, I'm waiting for that to deploy. Our stance for React right now, we're going to support React 19, but we are not going to use it. So we cannot say use React 19 anywhere. We can have it as a dev dependency, but we can't say, hey, you have to use it anywhere. I think that shouldn't be too hard. So React is only listed as a dev dependency here. And then I think run frame maybe is wrong. But anyway, let's try updating core in some places and make sure we didn't do a backwards incompatible change. So I'm gonna take my entire snippets PR up until this point, get rid of it, undo all of it, run bun install to downgrade my dependencies, React 19 again, and then I'll do update latest TIA circuit core, and then we'll do bun run start. And if everything still works, that means that, hey, we're still React 18 compatible. I've got a dark mode running on my system here. So let's see. Just to queue this up, let's see if we can still run a board. Ooh. That seems to imply we cannot. Yeah, cannot read properties of S. Okay, so... Okay. So React Reconcile. Wow, this seems like a huge bug. Like, this should be a bigger deal. React Reconciler, I think, the upgrade of React Reconciler must be causing issues. Oh my gosh. Let's see if React 19 is anywhere in this project. React 19 is nowhere in this project. So it's literally the reconciler isn't backwards compatible. That is pretty shitty from the React project people. Usually you don't want to make it so that yeah, I don't know. That's pretty shitty. So what, to fix this, we have to make React reconciler a pure dependency. All right, whatever. Man, that's crazy. They're probably gonna patch that. That's crazy. Okay, the docs should be up to date now. Are they up to date? You kind of got to tell me, Anj, because I don't know. I could go into the files and investigate. Mintlify is saying they deployed. So I still see bug and in old screenshots. I see some example usage. Maybe you added example usage for bug, which isn't used anymore. Resistor looks a little better. Common inductor, it's not great. Capacitor.
Chip is the new bug, I guess.
Yeah, chip is the new bug. That's right. Yeah. Bug was a really dumb name, and I have many regrets. Soup and bug are my two regrets of naming that I feel like I have to live with forever. But we're getting rid of it.
Why did you choose soup, actually?
Because of the way the data structure is, how it's just like a bunch of elements. That's why I called it soup. And Circuit JSON is a great name, but I had just assumed that somebody else had taken that name, but nobody, there's nothing called Circuit JSON. Well, I even own, I think you can go to it, circuitjson.com. Yeah. So like now I feel pretty comfortable calling it Circuit JSON, but at the time I was like, well, I don't want to create a standard or anything. This is just an internal format. But then, it's such a useful thing to have your sort of intermediary data representation documented and stuff. So I was like, okay, this should be kind of like other people should use this.
Nice. Actually, I was surprised that you got autorouting.com. It's a nice name.
It was very expensive. Yeah. It's very expensive. Yeah, no, I mean sometimes I think I shouldn't have.
I was like, whoa, he got this. And I suppose I thought it was cheap, or you bought it like way before,
At like $10? No. Here, I'm not going to say how much I paid for it, but if we go to, let's go to like, I don't use really GoDaddy, but let's go to GoDaddy. I don't want to go to a site that I might be logged into. So GoDaddy, if we look at a very similar name, autorouter.com, right? How much does this one sell for? So this is how you can try to reverse engineer. Oh, autorouter.ai is pretty cheap. But what about autorouter.com? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Wait, no, that's router. Where's autorouter?
Wait.
Where's autorouter?
I
Maybe
mean,
somebody bought it.
how does?
Oh,
Oh,
you have to
yeah, it's
contact
actually
them.
domains taken. Yeah, you need to pay them just to talk to them.
Yeah, you have to pay them just to talk to them. You're right. Okay, there you go. That's look. I'm not saying I paid this much. That's not what I'm saying at all. But that can give you a sense of how expensive these domains are. So I should have paid it in installments. That would have been much better. But anyway, yeah, autorouting.com. Let's go. I know how much that domain is for. LOL. Yeah, Rashab knows. Rashab's seen behind the curtains. You know, Shibo, I'm looking at this PR and I'm thinking, I don't think that the payload is super clear, or the response is super clear. Like get footprint names, just like get names anything, I expect it to return a string array. So like the fact that it doesn't return a string array. So I'm just thinking the naming could be different. And you could even stay somewhat backwards compatible, you know? So I'm thinking like could do maybe get footprint names by type. Get footprint names by type. Something like that. I don't know how you feel about that, but I like that name a little bit more.
Can I? Oh, what minute in the stream is this? Because she will left for
2 hours.
I don't know what.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Discussed at you know, I'll approve because he can merge after, but discussed at 1:56:00 on stream. Notice how I always give a link to the stream, you know? You know the reason I do that? It's freaking convenient, you know? If you're asking somebody to take a look at something, just a principle I might embody if you're asking me to look at things, you know? I realize the stream chat, you can't send links so easily.
I mean, you really
so.
should do that hotkey for getting the link and stuff.
I do need that hotkey.
I mean, it's way better just to see the stream.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that hotkey. I can't think of a way to do it because you have to talk to OBS. Let's ask OBS. Is there a way to get the current stream time via a shell script when you're streaming via OBS? I think we'd probably have the best luck linking to YouTube. Yeah, actually, maybe. But OBS is really scriptable, so. What is it? I just want the like fundamental command it's running here. It goes into my logs, so it looks at my log files. That's not great. What's another way to do it? Can I use the YouTube API to get a link to a streamer's current stream and the timestamp? I think there is some problem in updating. You can see in my PR. Ansh, you trying to trigger me, man? What did I just say? No information. What PR? What repo? My gosh. Time spent yelling at Ansh today. At least 50%. Yeah, Ansh, I'm not seeing. Wait, so. Oh, there's some problem in updating. I think it didn't get merged, dude. Go look at the PR. I think it didn't get merged. We should I might move our docs to Gitbook though, because Mintlify's limitation. I feel like, let's see if Mintlify changed their pricing, but I can't pay $250 for docs, man. Oh, they lowered it. They lowered it. It's $150 now. Oh, but that's only if you pay yearly. It's $180. Chat analytics, assistant, custom subpaths, docs. We could try to move it from docs.tscircuit.com to tscircuit.com/docs, which is a little bit better for SEO. It's just expensive. 150, $180. I'd almost rather deploy on Docusaurus. They need a startup discount. And Gitbook is free if I want to manage service. Just move those docs to Astro. I don't think Astro. What are you talking about? Astro isn't for docs. Astro is a general purpose HTTP framework. Oh, for content-driven websites. So I guess it's good for content-driven websites. I don't know. I don't think this is like. I don't know. I've heard things about Astro, but I think Docusaurus is kind of the name of the game right now. Docusaurus is what Bun uses. It's kind of funny to me because their docs look a little bit dorky to me, but they're actually pretty good. A lot of people use it. Yeah. If somebody wants to try to port our docs, I'll make an issue for it. If somebody ports our docs to Docusaurus, I'll port docs to Docusaurus. I like Mintlify. It's too much. It's too expensive, and none of the contributors can, like, I mean, like, you're not deploying every commit, so my contributors can't deploy their docs changes. It's, you know, like, I like Mintlify, but all right. So YouTube data API key get streamer current stream. So we do a search for by the channel ID for the live. That looks pretty good, actually. So I could probably use this to paste my current timestamp or something. So I'll do that. I'll probably do it as a raycast extension. So write this as a raycast extension, just because I can never remember anything. And if you do it as a raycast extension, then you can also search for it, and it'll show the hotkey, so it's just easier to remember. Raycast is really great. If I go back to Linux, I'll probably miss Raycast quite a bit. And I do hope to go back to Linux eventually. Unfortunately, Macs are fast as hell right now. Those M-series chips. I got the bounty and yelling both. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of getting some of the yelling because it looks like you got the bounty. Well, all right, you know what? You know what, Ansh? I will not be provoked right now, all right? I will not be provoked. There is a bug in the docs. There's literally a bug in the docs. I want it gone. I think you were triggered so early. Just do yoga. I need to do yoga before this stream, but today I woke up really late. Which is why the stream is going on so long. Did it finish my raycast extension? All right, so we got a package JSON. Yeah, I haven't made a raycast extension in a little while, but yeah, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. They're npm packages. Create a new directory for your extension. I don't know why I'm doing this. I just the React reconciler thing really is bothering me. I will go back into it, but like what I need to do to finish that React reconciler thing is I have to do like dependency aliasing and then have two versions of React reconciler. And that project is kind of like not, it's really weird, the React reconciler project. It's like an internal package of React, and they like really tell you like do not like use at your own risk. Like they're very like, you know, we're not super committed to stability on this. It's just like it's a bit tough. Anyway, like I said, life is hard as a React fiber layer. React fiber layers, they don't get enough love. Go home tonight and say I love you to your React fiber layer. All right, not me. I'm not asking. Hey, not for me. Just go to the React 3 fiber README or GitHub repo or the React Native repo and just make an issue and just tell them how you feel. Okay, raycast React or stream timestamp. Oh, I should do this as a npm create thing. Npm create raycast extension. I was thinking today would be really cool to run JavaScript on microcontrollers, and how that would be like a really awesome project to do. Um, that would be an awesome thing to do this year. npm create raycast extension does not work. That did not work. It's okay. It's not that hard to make an npm package. Do I need a dependency? Let's see. Raycast/API. We're using Vim. If it's not complicated, just use Vim for it. Good enough. Name is good enough. All right, and then what's the name of this main file? Getstream.tsx. Why.tsx? I don't know. That's pretty weird. Oh, Raycast is also a React fiber layer. Speaking of React fiber layers, Raycast implements a React fiber layer. I forgot about that. Yeah, so you can write your kind of yeah. Huh. Yeah, there should be a course on this. React is great. React is so much it's much different than all the other frameworks, you know? It's much more. I forgot how to install this. Install dependencies and build. Okay, npm run build. And then we don't have a YouTube API key, but I'm going to see how far I can get without that. I have to look up how to get that. I have no idea. Missing script build. There's no build script. Ooh, you generated this for me. And there's no build script. AI. Leave it. Bye. Leave it. It's a bad night. I guess so. npm run build doesn't work. We need a build script. React is poop. Look, all I'm saying is maybe there's a view for VR, but like those things aren't going to take off because they're not built for it. They're like, you know, React is so much more. It's so much more than just a web framework. All right. You know, Claude is really this artifact kind of sucks to copy. All right, here we go. Cannot find entry point for command git stream. This is how it works. You guys wanted to know how you know, clueless sort of development works. This is how it goes. Ooh, you can see it edit that artifact. That's pretty cool. That might be new. I feel like that's new. All right. It edited our package JSON. Ooh. Hold on. It included both files, man. Why does it keep doing this? Oh. You can't. There's no point in copying the contents when you combine multiple files together. Gosh darn it. All right. Still not a solved problem. Somehow still not a solved problem. Invalid package JSON. All right, I'm going to open up a real IDE. Oh, is it just that comment line? Disappointing. npm run build. Still JSON parsing issues. Oh, I think I am really, really bad at copying code, evidently. Okay, we're going to be more careful. There we go. Build failed, cannot find entry point for command index. I don't really know how Raycast works. Raycast commands... Oh boy, there's a lot of tabs here. Forgot how deep we went. Like I say that and you'd actually quit Vim. I don't know. I use Vim key bindings everywhere, so I guess switching between the terminal or whatever, it's not that big of a deal. Um. All right. We need to figure out how raycast extensions work. So raycast extensions, package JSON. I can't find an entry point. That's an easy enough issue. Manifest. There's a lot of inspiration in for the DX here. Okay, so here's a typical manifest. There's no entry point there. Keep it short and URL compatible, okay? Huh. A unique ID for the command, and the name directly maps to an entry point file. So we need to rename our git stream to index.tsx if we want to be compatible, I guess. Could not find entry point for command git stream. Sorry. For command index, make sure the command name corresponds to a file in the source directory. Okay, so now you want a source directory. It's good errors, though. It's leading me through it. Cannot resolve utils. Okay. Am I going to actually have to read the source code? Utils.ts. And then Claude probably made yet another file. This is so impossible to read. Of course, I'm not, like, actually reading it. Utils. All right, fine. Vim is coding with extra steps. VS Code is life. Why not have both? Vim key bindings and VS Code. I just can't imagine picking up my hand to go to an arrow key. It's an insane idea. I think it's complaining about... Let me do a button init so that we have a tsconfig file. I think it's complaining about the lack of a tsconfig file. That's my guess. All right, now we got errors, I guess. Oh, I don't want to fix anything. I was going to have Aider fix everything, but it's probably not that hard. Let's see. What do you got? Stream info. Cannot find name stream. Hey, dude, does this code even work? What is going on? Stream result. Oh, maybe this is supposed to be TSX. Get streamer current stream. I feel like I'm doing a lot of work right now. I'm doing a lot more work than I would like to do. And what's up with all these, like, lint errors? There's a lot more work than I wanted to do. I think manually navigating to my stream each time would have been less work than the cumulative time for creating this extension. Okay, so now that we have a biome config, I can turn off the linter. Search data is of type unknown. That's not a type error, right? That's just, what is that? Those are type errors? How can I resolve this as quickly as possible? I think strict mode turns on a lot of best practices, so let's turn that off. Source index. There's not that many. Cannot find name stream info. Stream info. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to paste this entire Claude output into a file. It should have broken it into multiple files. It's so annoying. So annoying. All right. So we got our utils file, and then there's this other file that is like your index file. But I guess I probably forgot to copy in its entirety. Okay. Stream result from utils. That doesn't exist. It's hallucinating. Oh, no. It does exist. It does exist. All right. I'm apparently not copying things very well. Fine. Or maybe it's not exported? I don't know. I think it might be working now. Stream result. Wait. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Stream result is right there. What is going on? Let's restart TS server. What are you oh, it's a type import thing. All right, then we got a bunch of errors here. Do not use template literal. This feels like a linting error. Biome lint. I turned off the linter. The only thing that's blocking us is type errors at the moment. So it says right-hand signed must be current time, new date. Can you do operations on dates like that? I didn't think you could do operations on dates. Can you do operations on dates in JavaScript? New date minus new date. Oh, yeah, you can. Huh. Never knew. Video ID it's complaining about. Oof. Okay, we're down to 4. Items does not exist on type unknown. Something with video data. I'm just going to anycast. This might not even work after we do all this work. And then this one's kind of weird. Property 2 isostring does not exist on type number. Okay. Done. Extension built. Now what do we do? So we built our raycast extension. I thought I had some extra instructions here. Again, install dependencies. To use it, open raycast. Get stream info. Enter a YouTube channel ID. Ooh, that's not good. I didn't know I was going to have to enter a YouTube channel ID. Doesn't work, though. How do I install it to raycast? Install extension? Install browser extension? Sir, I don't know. I feel like I've done this before, but I can't remember how. How do I install the raycast extension? npm run build. In raycast, open the settings and import extension. Extension imported, okay. Okay, so get stream info. Cannot find commands executable JS. You may need to rebuild it. Oh, you have to select the dist directory, I guess, when you import the extension. So let's do that again. There is no dist directory. Wow. This is a lot of effort. There's a lot of effort. I regret this. I regret taking this task on. Where does it go? Where are we building to? Extension built successfully. Okay, that's great, but like, where is it? I don't know. Let's look at that build command. Maybe it is not a very good build command. Ray build -e dist. I'm not sure, but it is lunchtime, so I'm it's a very very disappointing ending. But I'm giving up on my little raycast extension for now. There's so much to do, so I will investigate. If somebody wants to do that raycast extension for me, you're the best. I would appreciate that. Perhaps you could deploy it to Vercel and just have a URL that just returns the latest thing. You know? Yeah, I know. I'm giving up. Look, I don't have the calories for the willpower to get it done. The stream has been a series of failures of upgrading React and dealing with extensions and stuff like that. I thought the OBS API is better. It probably is, but I need a link. So at the end of the day, I kind of do need YouTube or something like that. And YouTube is probably the easiest across countries and whatnot. But you know, I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point, probably, or somebody else will. Vercel URL that does all the YouTube API stuff, and then should be easy. I think combining raycast extension building with the YouTube API stuff is a little bit annoying. I'm sure this has a solution. I just don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm too hungry to. I'm sure it's going to take 10 minutes to fix, and I'm too hungry to persist that long. But thank you for joining. If you've joined, yeah, hit that bell or whatever. And what else do you say?